टाइम है, देखते रहिएगा।
Today we are going to introduce you the subject operations research or optimization techniques, which we have introduced as an elective subject in the 7th semester of mechanical engineering curriculum. The first and foremost requirement of keeping this subject as an elective was that in all the competitive examinations like GATE, Combined Engineering Services, etc., there are around 10 to 20 questions from this subject. So, if you have this elective paper in your curriculum, you are more prepared to face the competitive examinations. And this was the reason, this was the main cause that we have kept this subject as one of your electives. So you know you have two electives in this term. One is optimization technique and another is mechatronics. Nowadays in many colleges, mechatronics has become altogether a different branch of study, because electronics and automation have become a part and parcel to mechanical engineering discipline. So mechanical engineering coupled with electronics is known as mechatronics, and nowadays when you appear at the interview, you may be asked many questions related to mechatronics, robotics, computer integrated manufacturing, and this is why we have kept only these practical subjects as your elective papers. Now let us come to the paper optimization techniques. This subject is also known as operations research. In fact, operations research is the real name, and in operation research we want to optimize the operations. This is why your university has kept the name of this paper as optimization technique. In the first lecture, I would first like to give you a brief introduction of this subject. Since the advent of the Industrial Revolution, the world has been seeing a remarkable growth in the size and complexity of the organizations. The artisans' small shops of an earlier era have evolved into the billion-dollar corporation of today. An integral part of this revolutionary change has been a tremendous increase in the division of labor and segmentation of management responsibilities in the organization. But as the complexity and the specialization in an organization increase, it becomes more and more difficult to allocate the available resources to the various activities in a way that is most effective for the organization as a whole. These kinds of problems and the need to find the better way to solve them provided the environment for the emergence of operation research or OR, or the optimization technique. So, I will first like to briefly narrate the background history of emergence of this subject. The roots of war can be traced back to many decades when early attempts were made to use a scientific approach in the management of organizations. However, the beginning of the activity called Operation Research has generally been attributed to the military services as early as the World War II. Because of the war effort, there was an urgent need to allocate scarce resources to the various military operations and to the activities within each operation in an effective manner. Therefore, the British and the US military management called upon a large number of scientists to apply a scientific approach to deal with this and other strategies and tactical problems. In effect, they were asked to do a research on military operations. These teams of scientists of various disciplines, physics, chemistry, mathematics, social sciences, were the first OR teams. By developing effective methods of using the new tool of radar, these teams were instrumental in winning the air battle of Britain. Through their research on how to better manage, convey, and anti-submarine operations, they also played a major role in winning the battle of the North Atlantic. Similar efforts also assisted the island campaign in the Pacific. After the World War was over, at least two factors that played a key role in the rapid growth of OR during this period were identified. One was the substantial progress that was made early in improving the techniques of OR. After the war, many of the scientists who had participated in the OR team earlier, they were motivated to pursue research relevant to this field. And the second factor that gave great impetus to the growth of the field was the onslaught of the computer revolution. A large amount of computation is usually required to deal most effectively with the complex problems typically considered in OR. Doing this by hand would often be out of the question. Therefore, the development of electronic digital computers with their ability to perform arithmetic calculations thousands or even millions of times faster than a human being was a tremendous boon to the development of OR. And this is the brief history of Operation Research. So, as I explained, the Operation Research can be easily obtained. The meaning of Operation Research can be easily obtained from the term itself. It comprises of two words: research and operations. Or you can say this is research on operations. So, operations research is applied to problems that concern how to conduct and coordinate the operations or the activities within an organization. The nature of the organization is essentially immaterial, and in fact, Operation Search has been applied extensively in such diverse areas as manufacturing, transportation, construction, telecommunications, financial planning, healthcare, military operations, and almost in all kinds of public services. The research part of the name means that Operation Research uses an approach that resembles the way research is conducted in established scientific fields. To a considerable extent, the scientific method is used to investigate the problems of concern. In particular, the process begins by carefully observing and formulating the problem, including gathering all relevant data. So, we hello so now we come to the definition part of Operation Research. Operation Research has been defined in various ways, and it is perhaps still too young to be defined in some authoritative way. So I narrate some of the important definitions that have been put forward by the Operation Research specialists. One of the most important definitions is that OR is a scientific method of providing executive departments with quantitative basis for decision regarding the operations under their control. So, this is a science which gives quantitative common sense or scientific approach to decision making problems. This is why in some of the books you will find that Operation Research has also been named as decision science or simply quantitative methods. The management graduates, when you go for management studies like MBA, there they are teaching this subject as quantitative methods. In civil engineering department, in JIMS itself, there is a paper known as decision science, and the subject actually is Operation Research only. So, Operation Research is also known as quantitative methods or decision science, because it gives a quantitative common sense to solve the problem. Other definitions which are popular is Operation Research or OR is the application of scientific methods, techniques and tools to problems involving the operations of a system so as to provide those in control of the system with optimum solutions of the system. And you know, how do you get the best answer? How do you get the best solution of a given problem? Suppose a manufacturer wants to increase his profit. Can he increase indefinitely? No, because there are certain boundary conditions, there are certain compulsions, there are certain restrictions which he cannot overcome, and because of these restrictions, his profit has to be within a certain limit. So, operations research gives you the best possible answer under these restrictions. This is why some people define operation research as OR is the art of giving bad answers to problems which otherwise have worse answers. That if you do not apply the techniques of operation research, still you will be able to get some answers, but that answers will be still worse. And if you apply the techniques of operation research, you will definitely get some better answers, but that better answer may not be the best answer. This is why we call that you will get a worse answers to which otherwise bad answers are available. Because when the circumstances change, restrictions change, you will still have an opportunity to improve your profit. So this is all about the fundamentals of operation research. Now I will tell you how operation research is being carried out, or methodology of operation research. The first step of operation research study is formulation and defining a problem. This is the most difficult part, because the problems are very difficult to define. It is said that if you have been able to identify your problem, your solution is half done. What does it mean? That if you are able to identify your problem, you know its beginning and end, then your solution is half done. So, before formulating, giving a mathematical formulation of a problem, you have to first identify the parameters, you have to identify the objectives, you have to identify the alternative courses of action, and you have to weigh or evaluate each alternative course of action, its advantages and disadvantages. Then you have to construct a mathematical model. It will require identifying all static and dynamic elements, which includes all decision variables, parameters, restrictions, and objective functions. And the next stage is, once you have been able to define the problem and convert it into a mathematical model, you have to derive solutions from the model. What does it mean? That you have to determine the value of decision variables which will optimize the given objective function. You have an objective functions and you have the decision variables or the restrictions. So you have to find the value of those decision variables which will optimize the given objective function. And then you have to test the model. What does it mean? The solution which you have derived is actually feasible or not in the real world. So the model is then tested against real world for any deviation. And if it stands the real world, if it stands the reality of the real world, then you validate that model. And how do we do it? Validity of model is ascertained by comparing its performance with the past data available for actual system. And after validation, the solution is implemented for use, and again it is observed for future reference.